Sariga Gangadharan says, how is Kanan so sane?
Who says?
I mean, that is a perception.
You know me, Kenny. How sane would you rate myself?
No, that's not fair.
What do you mean?
No, the more you get to know somebody, you realize that, everybody has their ups and downs.
Yeah.
But I think this is coming from I think what your persona on stage, I guess, is very sane. So what do you attribute that to?
I put a lot of effort to try to discover the freedom from suffering, and it has been the project of my adult life.
Freedom from suffering
is how do you suffer less?
Okay.
Life is very difficult.
True.
In ways that it really doesn't have to be. Yet we are victims of some crime.
Yeah.
That is not apparent what the crime is. It's like in murder mysteries where you're stabbed. It's like you've been stabbed with an icicle in your heart. Okay. The weapon has melted away and you are just left with the wound. And there are so many...
Did you just think of that?
There are so many things that we are still like bracing from. So many injuries that don't exist anymore, that you're bracing from impact from things that may and will never happen. We are wincing from injuries that have already happened before that are long gone. And
Sagarika is really backtracking right now.
she's like, I didn't mean to say it. I'll just say it's a lot of effort. I put a lot of effort into, I really don't want to suffer any more than I absolutely have to. And as someone who just suffers when all of my suffering is unnecessary, I would like it for it to be just not there at all. And so in searching for the answers, it's taken me on a trip around the world, and I realized the human condition has always been the same. 4,000, 5,000 years ago, people were all like, why is experience dissatisfying? And I'm like, yeah, so then if we've all been having the same problem, you also feel part of humanity, not exceptional in any way. Your problems are the problem that exists with being alive as a person. And so the fact that people have been working on this for thousands of years means their solutions are available. And I seek them out actively.
Like Buddhism basically is like, life is suffering. They just like accept it.
No, I mean, it's more complicated than that. It is unsatisfactory.
I'm being rudimentary, but like, that they're like, see, you can't escape it, so just accept it. That's that philosophy.
It's very complex. It's like there's a lot to it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Just for conversation.
Yeah, but it's just like you'll find.
Well, capitalism and like modern things, like fucking enjoy, bro.
Yeah, but then who is really enjoying really?
No, it's like momentary. No, you're sad. No, let's distract and do something and be happy for at least 10 minutes. It's better than even being sad for a few moments. That's one thought.
Yeah. I think you are capable of being happy, but it is you have to unlearn a lot of stuff that there's like one central mystery in being alive.
Yeah.
And it's the sense that you know a scene from Men in Black where in Men in Black 1 they pull this alien's ear and his face opens and there's a small alien there with control and he says the galaxy is on Orion's belt.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like the experience of life is that your identity is somewhere here and you have a head and you have a brain and you have a body, you have legs and you have arms, and that small thing can't possibly be the end of the story, right? How can you have arms? You are arms and you are legs also.
Yeah.
And anyway, not to go into talking about stuff that I'm not qualified to talk about. The sense that you exist in this one way, I think my current project, and I think lasting happiness, lies on the other side of realizing that we don't exist in the way that we apparently do. And so that's why you should buy Acts of God.
Nice.
Available for limited discussed at length in my novel Acts of God.
No, so that moment you've had my version of it is, I think I realize a disconnect when I get a small wound.
Yeah.
And then I look at the wound, I'm like, oh, it's bleeding now, and it'll scab. And then look at it 2 days later, I'm like, oh, there's a team.
Yeah.
That's doing it. I have zero control over it. And the team's gonna heal my body team. It's gonna heal and it's a clear acceptance that I have no control over my own body.
Exactly.
All I can do is observe. But as you said, it's my arm, but it's not my arm. The dude in my head is getting to hitch a ride in this body. And the body is fully independent of me. Like if it was up to me, if I had to follow up,
I'd be like, heal faster.
I would have totally forgot. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't work on the wound. Dude.
Yeah.
So that's when I have the moments of, it's so bizarre that we're not a part of the thing we go around in.
Yeah. And the dude in your head might not exist in the way that it seems to.
Hey, if listening to these long 1-hour podcasts isn't your thing, this is the channel, bruh. Subscribe for more short recordings of me talking alone or with my friends. And I won't be a true YouTuber if I don't say like, share, subscribe. Let's do it.